Yes, hi guys, this is Gavin speaking. I'm just doing you a short pre-collection video of your new car, of Margita's new car. It's just simply because we can't sit in the car with you and show you any of the key features, or just give you a bit of a heads up on what those features are, because of course with the social lockdown rules we can't sit in a car with you. So just a video just pointing out some of the things that you might want to know that will help you get on the way pretty quickly. So I'm just going to follow around to the side of the car. So the fuel cap is on the passenger side. That's the first thing I'm going to show you. It's the same as all the Hyundais, and you open it from a little release that's in the car. I'll show you that in a moment. Coming round to the rear end of the car, the boot is already open, and that's just to show you that's your bodywork treatment kit. It's all been applied, but you do get an after sales bag. And then I'm just going to pull the boot down slightly just to show you that hopefully you can zoom in. There's the rear parking camera. Every now and again just give that a little bit of a wipe over. So I'm going to shut the boot down for you, and there it is, looking lovely. So I'm going to take you around to the driver's side. So of course you've got two sets of keys with this car. Here they are, and if you set the correct button on the wing mirrors, that when you lock the car, if I position myself correctly, they fold in, and then when you unlock they also fold out. You've also of course got this little black rubber button here. That's for keyless entry. So the keys are in my hand. I'm not going to press them. Look, the car locks and the car opens. That's purely for convenience. If the keys are in your bag and it's pouring down and raining, you want to get quick access to them. So I'm just going to show you some of the features that you've got in the car. The mats are in, and the first one I'm going to show you is this one here. So that button there is the manual override for folding in the wing mirrors. So if you're going for a width restriction and you need to retract them, you would put it to the left, and once out the other side put it to the right. When it's in the neutral setting, that's when the mirrors will fold in off the back of the key. This is very simple, left and right wing mirror, and then there's the toggle for that. You can lock all the windows if that's flush, and you can lock the doors accordingly, and the driver of course can operate all four windows. I did mention the fuel cap, so there's the release for it down there. You just give that a lift and that will open. And then of course the electric seat adjustments are forward, back, up, down, and that's for the back of the seat and the lumbar support. I'm just going to show you some features on here because these are quite important, particularly this one here, the 12-volt battery reset. If the vehicle ever runs flat, you can still gain access to the car by splitting the keys, and I'll show you that once you're here. But push that button, and that's a reserve. That's a 12-volt battery reserve. That will start the car, even if the actual push button start doesn't. So that reserve will start the car, leave it running for about anywhere between 7 to 10 minutes, and then it will cut back out into hybrid mode, and that means it's fully back charged and ready to go, so you don't have to panic. That's traction control, stops your wheel spinning. The reason why you can turn that off of course is in case you're stuck in snow or mud and you need to generate some wheel spin. This is the heads up display unit, which I'll show you in a moment. Rear parking sensors you can turn off, the brightness bulb for the cluster in front of the dash, and then you can adjust the height of the headlamp beams. I'm now going to pop myself in the car and shut the door, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start the engine. So I've got to keep my foot on the brake, push the button in, and the car will start. Now I've just been down the fuel station to pop some fuel in for you, so you'll see that on there, that's got a full tank of fuel. Just going to turn everything down in a moment. So what we've got is, when it's in hybrid mode, there is no engine noise. So you're going to think to yourself, well, how do I know it's started? We need to be looking for this little symbol here, which is a symbol of a green car, a luminous green car. If that's on, it means the engine is on and the car is ready to go. Then simply just take your foot on the brake, put it into D for drive, handbrake off, and away we go like any vehicle. Now I mentioned the heads up display. You might not be able to pick this up on camera, but this screen here, this unit here, is a very, very good system. You can set it to your own body adjustment, and what will be on there are things like the miles that you're doing, the speed of the road that you're on. You can even have things like satellite navigation shown on there as well, and that can retract. So if you don't want to use it, you just press this HDU button, and there it goes, it's going down. I tend to like it of a night time because wearing glasses, I'll pop it back up again, wearing glasses, I don't want to look around and down, because there's a moment there where I'm slightly out of focus, but I tend to use the heads up display there. Now, as I say, you do have to personalize it to what you want to see on there, and then what height it needs to be in your eye level. So I'm just going to show you that by turning the radio system on. And then what you need to do is go into setup, and then we want to go into vehicle. So we press vehicle, and then look, there's a list of things down here, and we want the heads up display, and then we want to go display control, and then this is what we can do with it. So we can see all these sort of things on here if we want to. You can remove them and you can add them in. You decide what you want under the content selection, and then to adjust the height, you just go plus or minus. To the rotation, or the angle, again plus or minus, and the brightness, of course. I'm just going to go back to the home. So I'm going to come back to the screen in a moment. So I've just spin the steering wheel. So we've got indicator on the left, it's down for left, up for right, flashes towards us, and full beam away from us like any vehicle. You'll probably use the auto function, which is completely accurate. On the other stalk, you've also got, of course, the wipers. So it's down once for one quick wipe, it's up for your first speed, up for your second constant, and up for the top speed. All the way down, let go and reset. This is the function here that would adjust the intermittent wiper mode, and on the end is for the rear wiper and water. Okay, so I'll straighten that up. So I did say I'll come back to the radio. So what we've got here is, I'll just turn the volume up a little, and there you can see, so it's a very, very large screen. But again, you've got a little arrow here. So if you press that, it will bring in the map or the satellite navigation. And you can actually make that bigger when everything is on touchscreen navigation. So we can now start into a search point. You would simply type in your postcode across the top using the letters and numbers. This would go okay, you press that, it would search for the destination, and you would just simply press it to start. We're now going to go back, and we're going to go back to the home screen. So I'm also now going to show you how to set up your telephone. So we go into phone projection, and we go okay, and then of course it's nice and simple. We're looking for how to set up a phone. It will take a little bit of getting used to. This is one that a lot of people tend to like, which is the hybrid mode. We'll get rid of that for the moment, and it will show you what your miles per gallon is doing. It will show you where it's being driven, i.e. is it being driven from the battery or is it being driven from the motor. I'll turn the volume down, and then again I'll just go back to the main radio screen, and I personally tend to like it like that. Okay, but you, again, there's no right or wrong, you just do what you want on that. You've got your climate control dial here, and you've got your speeds of the fan here, and then your directional flow down here. This is a quick charging socket for telephones. You've also got a USB, another 12-volt socket, and if your phone is a wireless charger, you just drop it in here, and then this light here will go orange and then green when it's charged. This is your locking wheel nuts, so I'm just going to put them back there for the moment. You've got your heated seats here, your cooling seats here, and that's both sides. And you've also got a rear camera, so you can actually show the rear camera even when you're driving. So when you're driving forward, you press that button, it will show you what's happening behind, of course, as well as when you put it into reverse, the camera will again come on. I'm going to park up. You've got your handbrake here, it's an electronic handbrake, it's down for off, it's up for on. Again, that couldn't be any easier. What else can I tell you? This one here, very, very good. This one's great. This is, where is it? There it is. The SOS button. That's basically if you find yourself involved in an accident and it's quite severe and you don't know where you are, you can press this button and that will notify Hyundai HQ that an SOS call has been made. They will be able to search your location and then direct any emergency services to you there. You could also use this if you was in duress as well. So, God forbid you fell ill in the car or something, you can press that as well. It's not a toy, so don't just go pressing it willy-nilly, because of course we won't want that. And then of course beyond that you've got your sunroof blind and then the operations to work the sunroof here. So all said and done, that's a pretty simple overview, but it's enough to get you going. Down here is your stop start button. Always remember to turn the car off at the end, and then we're done. There is a lot more to it. All your manuals will be on the dashboard when you come to collect, but hopefully this is enough to just get you on your way for the time being and enjoy your brand new car. Thank you very much, and bye for now.